In college algebra, we started 5.5, Systems of Inequalities. So on these first two, all we need to do is put it into slope-intercept form. Notice we have x to the first power, y to the first power. We don't have anything squared. It's not complex like number 3 down here, or number 5. So on these first two, these are just lines and where they cross. Put into slope intercept form. Or just solve for y. A couple other little things. When you see just a less than or a greater than, we're going to make a dashed line. When you see a less than or equals, greater than or equals, you're going to make a solid line. And you also need to shade in the direction it's pointing at. So let's practice that. Let's move the 3x to the right side. And divide everything by -5. Now, since we divided by a negative, you need to make sure you flip that inequality to a greater than. We now have a positive fraction, -3. So we make a dot on -3. Our slope is 3/5, so we go up 3 over 5. And I see a greater than sign. I don't see a or equals. So we make a dashed line. Also, it says greater than in the positive direction, like y is bigger. So that means you shade above. All right. On number 2, see how it says y is less than? That means you shade below. On that one, we have a 0 y-intercept. So you make a dot at 0. And then we go up 2 over 3. It says or equals, so make a solid line. And it says less than, so you shade below. All right, let's try number 3. On number 3, we have a totally different type of graph. Since they're both squared, this makes a circle. And a circle has this formula. The H and the K are the center. And just R is the radius. So when you look at number 3, see how it says x squared plus y squared, and you don't see like a h or k, you don't see any number being subtracted. That means, that implies that they are 0. We know that 9 is r squared, so that means r is 3. So you make a dot on the middle, on the origin, and you count 3 right, 3 up, 3 left, and 3 down. And I see an or equal sign, less than or equal, so we make a solid circle. I think that's one of the best circles I've ever drawn. Okay, we see a less than. It means you shade inside. If you're unsure, pick a point anywhere, and if you get a true statement, you know that's where you shade. So for example, if you pick this point right here, 7, 0, and you plug it into the equation, you get 49 less than 9. That is not true, so you don't shade out there. If you plug in 0, 0, You get 0 is less than 9. That's true. You shade inside. All right, let's try a system. All right, we're back to lines. We need to solve both of them for y. So this one becomes negative y less than negative 2x plus 4. Flip all the signs and to greater than, or just divide by negative 1. This one, move x to the right side, and we're ready to graph. So that first equation I'm going to do in red. You make a dot on negative 4. You go up 2 over 1. I don't see an or equals, so I'm going to make a dashed line. It says greater than, so I shade above. The next one I'm going to do in blue. I make a dot on negative 1. And we have a negative 1 slope, so we go down 1 over 1. I see an or equals, so I make a solid line. It says greater than, so I'm going to shade above. And where the shading overlaps is the answer. So I'm going to pick black, and this is the answer. I hope that made sense. I will see you later. Bye.